it's Mystics spilling the tea.
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
I'm Lezli Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic.
And I'm Nickelle with Rising Digital.
And we are
the Mystics spilling the tea.
Today's episode is all about shifting your energy with sound.
One of my favorite topics.
Ooh, I love the sound of that. So Nickelle's got this great little chime.
I wish I could take credit and that it was mine, but it's not. It's beautiful. I'm just borrowing it right
Play
now.
that chime again.
Okay.
So it's amazing to me how music and chimes can actually, relax you and change and shift your whole thing.
Yeah, because I tell this to every class or every gathering. If you don't have sound in your home, get it. Because, like, prime example, I can be having a really off day. I'm human. Or I might be having an anxious moment. In order to be responsible for my own energy, I'll grab usually one of my drums off the wall or that chime or something of that nature to give me sound. And in that moment, I feel myself shift, especially drumming.
Yeah. Drumming has because it's a heartbeat almost.
Yeah.
It's almost like the heartbeat
Yep.
of your soul. So it can actually change your mood. It can make your heart race, or it can make your heart slow down. And so that's one of the things. It's funny because when I'm at fairs, if I don't have a client, one of the things I do is I hum. I hum a lot. And so it's funny because I hum different megahertz that, actually are opening up the different chakras, but I hum those, just something about it. But what I do love, and I'm going to do it for you here, is whenever someone has a bowl. And so I'm going to do one here. And so whenever they start making it go, I can't make it come on, go. There we go. So that extra noise right there is taking the mallet and going around the edge of the bowl. And it makes us I love that noise.
I love it too.
It's like a hum. And so taking that mallet and making it go around the bowl and make that hum is something that really just kind of sets the tone.
And those that can't see, that's a metal Tibetan bowl. I have one too. And those tones usually change with the size of the bowl, similar to crystal bowls. So you can get those in a myriad of colors, everything from,
Yes.
pure crystal quartz up to amethyst, different colors, different notes, different vibrations. So I always tell people, go test it out. Like, try it. Like, that would be a bowl that I would enjoy. That one's even a little bit bigger than mine. And the crystal bowls, usually the bigger the better for me, because I don't like the little small tinny. I like the deeper vibration tone.
Yeah, I just love how this is a small bowl. And for me, just to take the mallet and hit it once and then start rubbing the mallet around the edge of the outside of the bowl, that vibration and how loud it gets is amazing to me, because it's just like, I don't know, it's like an opera singer just going, it's just I just love it. Yeah.
Immediately.
So we can use energy and we can use sound to shift our energy. And some of the things that you do with it, you take people on shamanic journeys and you use your drumming to kind of take them to a meditative state. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So you go it's similar to hypnosis. So you go in a deeper state. You're more in theta, especially if you cover your eyes, that sort of thing. And traditionally, you go to the beat of a live drum. It's not a recording. That way, it's never the same. And everybody always tells me that when they come to my circles, whether they've been coming brand new one or two to they've been coming for years, is there no two are ever the same. And I'm that way too, because I channel before I do the circle. So I kind of know what direction we're going, and I leave it open-ended because I have everyone go around the room and share an intention and a need that they need in their life, that we can add that also to the circle. And that really customizes it to that group, and probably one of the biggest contributions to the circles are never the same.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the sound actually brings guides in, or do you think it just brings us to their higher level?
Both. Yes. And because guides love drumming, any noise. So like when we traditionally were in training, we would call in the spirits. So I kind of spoon feed everybody. So I kind of do that before everybody gets there. So it's kind of done. It's a time saver for me because I only get 2 hours with people. Instead of it's an all day thing, you will usually help me call in the spirits. So I'll whistle and drum and people will do their rattles. I'm usually the only one drumming just because that's usually what your instructor or your leader does. Or you can drum, but I'll do it like we'll go outside and we're going to go around the fire. And now that's like a ghost dance. So we did this in one of my classes, my advanced training. This was probably 1 or 2 classes before we graduated. And we went outside around the fire pit to call in the spirits. So we were all dancing around the fire pit with our drums. And we had somebody taking photos, easily 200, 300, 400 orbs in all the photos.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Until we dismissed them.
Because with something like that, the ritual part of it just starts calling in the guides.
Yes.
And then the sound just intensifies that whole experience. So I can see that would do that. It's a lot like when I said I'm at fairs, I'm humming, and it's more to connect with them, I think, and stay connected, because I'm already in that zone of trying to do readings and stay connected with my guides. And so I think my humming is part of my way to just maintain that focus and that connection with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds a lot too like, well, I guess so my mom, we got her music therapy. And whenever I had met with her teacher, she told me that part of their degree plan is neurology classes.
Sweet.
That would
Right?
help. I mean, think about it.
I know. And I thought that was so cool. And she said that they would see brain scans and you know how it affects like different parts of the brain. And that when music played, it was one of the only things that the entire brain lit up. Whereas sometimes, you know, it's just the front or just whatever. And I was like, that makes sense because that's the one thing that has always been able to ground me immediately is music.
Yeah, I can remember in 7th grade, there was a friend of mine, I think it was 9th grade, really. I can't remember, but my friend and I, her name's Kim, we've been friends since 7th grade, but we would be in a bad mood at school, and we would go to choir class, and we would sing Great Day. Have you ever heard that song?
I don't know. I have to.
When you're down and out.
Oh,
lift up
yes.
your head
Yes.
And shout, there's gonna be a great day. Well, okay, we would start singing that, and we couldn't help but leave choir class like smiling and
Feeling
being
awesome.
happy and being
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
It's just one of those things, like, you know, the music and the tempo, it all can make things different. And so sound, just I have to say, like, even going outside in the mornings.
Yes.
The birds.
The birds. You're absolutely right. The birds. You go out there in the morning or hearing the squirrels chirping and hearing noises. It is just so grounding and so refreshing. And it just starts your day with, you know, a great step in the right direction, because you hear that nature call and it's almost like you're part of something so much bigger than you that you can't help but be like,
Totally.
you know, a little bit better off that day.
Well, and same thing with like spirits is they're just chomping at the bit for us to invite them in and to help us on our journeys or to join us in celebrating, you know, the spirit realm, because you're a spirit body first. Human
Yes.
is last.
Right.
Yes.
Because when we die, your body is the only thing that's dying.
Right.
Even some people, like children, can recall past lives, past life memories. I can recall past life and some past life memories. Not everything completely, but some.
I get some of my past lives.
Yeah.
Usually it's how I died, which is always a nice thing.
Right.
It's always a
Sounds
great
like
thing.
it.
It's always a great thing to know how you died in a past life. But I mean, some of it gives you information that, because there's always some kind of information that you get from it to know what it has to do with this life and everything. And so that's always interesting to see that. What else do you think about? Like, do you use bells? I use bells to clear my table.
I love that.
Yeah, whenever I'm at a fair, I take a brass bell and I ring it, and it's more or less to clear my table, my space, but also to call in the spirits.
Yeah.
How about you?
I have a bell and tinctures, the symbols,
Oh, the symbols.
on my altar because I'll do that sometimes. I just let my intuition kind of guide me, or what does my body want, or then what does my spirit want, and sometimes they're at a tug of war where like the body might want the drum, whereas my spirit is like, I want that bell, lady, so sometimes when that happens, then I'll just do it all. I'll grab a drum, grab a bell, grab the cymbals. I'll do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking more too, just with music. That's always been such a like big, powerful thing in my
Music
life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you sing, I sing, you
Yeah.
sing. We all sing.
We all sing for
We
ice
all
cream.
sing.
It was the best
Yes.
trip in Oklahoma City, singing on the radio on the way back.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
we
loved
love
that.
singing. So singing is always, and there are so many different genres of music that you can really change your whole mood, your whole day.
Exactly.
You're changing the channel. You're changing the
By
vibration.
changing the channel. And we
Yeah.
have to be aware of these things because for me, when I get into a certain mood and want to play Fiona Apple and Alanis Morissette, who are both
Yeah.
great, by the way,
Yes.
Love both
it
of
just like, I'll stay in a certain place, but I'm aware of this now, but in the past it was just like, man, I just want to keep listening to this stuff. This but I get it. And I understand that like each song has a frequency and,
I got a vision for you that next time that you're having an anxious moment, especially before you're seeing your mom and when you're seeing your mom, play some music and both sing. Invite her to sing with you and y'all sing. Even your daughter.
Yeah.
Like
but she
you're
remembers-
automatically shifting not only your own vibration, your mom's vibration, but your daughter's. You're not allowing her to carry on the generational baggage of the anxious moments.
ooh,
You're
That's a good
automatically
idea.
changing that programming because you're choosing to do that for her. That's a gift you're giving
So
her.
you're using music as a
Yep.
medicinal purpose.
cool. That's awesome.
Right?
Wow.
Wave your singing flag, darling. I love it.
Right?
Yes, I
That's
love
cool.
that. So you think about music and you think about some of the sounds and what is, I have to tell y'all this because y'all find this funny. My grandparents used to have a door, and on their door had a chain that was probably, I don't know, 3 feet long. And it was a brass chain, and there were brass bells and they were different a different type of bell, but there was probably, 6 of them on there. And it was on their front door. And I always thought that was weird, but it was so that you could hear. And then they also hung one in a doorway. So, of course, as a kid, I'd hit that bell every time I come through the house. I mean, like, hello, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
Heck yeah. It's like a dinner bell, a triangle.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny that they would have that there, but I mean, clearly it wasn't for me to hit, but of course I did.
Why not?
Of course I did.
It's
I rang
sound.
that bell.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think
Ring
about
that bell,
it.
baby.
You have to think about it like when they teach moms when they're pregnant to put headphones and play music to the baby. When the dad or the mom speaks to the baby, or mom and mom, dad and dad, whoever it is that pregnant belly that is literally birthing a child, and you add music to that, you are causing them to raise their vibration in the belly.
That's so cool. I had a pregnancy, I can't talk, pregnancy playlist.
Cool.
So for whenever I was giving birth, and it was incredible to have that because I already was putting in the energy that I wanted.
Yeah.
So when you think about music and sound and things, all of a sudden it came to me how sound travels twice the speed as light.
Yep.
And so when you think about that, and you think about the sound, because even I love the sound of thunder. I know that that's weird because
No.
I don't know, it's the sound of thunder, the sound of rain.
I love the sound of rain.
Love the sound of rain.
They're all,
Especially on a tin roof.
yeah, it's almost like nature calling to you and trying to get you to just relax or just, sit in the moment. And so it's because sometimes it's loud. It's trying to get your attention. Let's face it. It is trying to get your attention. So I love that. And I like the sound of it and everything. So I don't know if you've done it, but have you ever used tuning fork?
Oh, yeah. I got one. I got an ohm fork.
An fork. I like that. So I've used tuning forks with Reiki.
They work
And-
great with
wow.
Reiki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're amazing.
It's interesting.
And they have a different megahertz for each of your chakras.
Yep.
So cool.
And so you use them when you're doing the Reiki, and you will hit the tuning fork and then put it on the person's head. The vibration travels through their body.
Dang.
And it's so, I mean, that's to me is like, if I was going to do Reiki full time, hands down with
Yeah.
the tuning forks, hands down.
It revolutionized my practice when I was working one-on-one with people, when I was a licensed massage therapist, when I was doing Reiki, when I added in tuning forks, because one of the massage schools I was teaching at, because I taught massage for 10 years out of the 20 that I worked, a little over 10, and they had tuning fork sets. And I started asking, I'm like, hey, can I take these into my sessions? Yada, yada. And they're like, yeah, it's promotion in the school, yada, yada, yada. Everybody loved it. Like, there was always better feedback from post session when I would incorporate the sound in.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, think about it. When you go and get a facial, a massage, there's usually some music to
Oh, yeah.
help with it. So to me, that just added to it.
Yeah.
The Reiki adding the tuning forks, because normally there's not any music when you're doing Reiki. So that's the reason why I think it upped it for me.
There was a company too that I actually came across at the Wellness Expo, Solex. Have you guys heard of them?
I don't think so.
They do something called an AO scan, and it's essentially where you record your voice, like 10 seconds of it. It processes your voice to hear what is out of tune or out of
your body?
alignment.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Wow.
It
So it's a
is so
diagnostics
cool.
tool.
Yes, but they
Yeah.
have to specify like that's not what's happening, because people get are like, hey,
Yeah, I don't mean like
Yeah.
diagnosis.
Yeah,
but
exactly,
a
exactly.
diagnostic
Yeah.
tool.
But-
I do that with my drum.
it actually, it'll tell you, hey, this is what this means, and it like very clearly attributes what each note is to emotion or whatever. And so it also will say, like, they have these little glasses that are different colors, like, hey, you should wear these or whatever. But it's called the AO scan. And I just thought that was so cool.
That's
So
wicked.
It
I
puts
love
together
that.
frequencies for you to listen to get that back in line.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, because sometimes when we have shamanic journey circles, I'll get a little nudge of they need some drumming, and sometimes I'll go around the room and drum people and stuff like that. But my drum knows a lot of times I'll use it as a diagnostic, not diagnosis, but a diagnostic tool of the drum beat will sound different. Let's say your throat chakra's blocked, prime example, and it'll be more of a thud instead of a bump, 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 kind of thing. And I'll be like, oh, you need more drumming at your throat chakra. Okay. And I'll keep drumming the throat chakra, or your crown. Your crown might need to open a little more. And so sometimes I'll put in some hand movements, like going counterclockwise or clockwise with the drum, that sort of thing. So
Wow.
it reminds me of you sharing about that AO, because that's kind of what I do and how I was trained.
Yeah, that's so
That's
cool.
very cool.
Yeah, I love doing it.
So could you play us a little bit of your drum?
Sure.
I just want to hear
Want
some of
sound
it
of
just
the
to
drum?
see. Yeah, just to see. Here, let me hand it to you. You got it? Okay.
Yeah, my mic was in the way, so
Yeah, I knew that.
they can't see us, so I'm just telling on myself. All right, so this is Raven Drum. So if you're listening, I just invite you to close your eyes.
Not while you're driving.
Not while you're driving, definitely not. Please be present with driving. We don't want any accidents out there. But if you're listening to this at home, or you have quiet, sacred space, just close your eyes and allow the drum to do its work for you wherever it needs to go.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
The thing
That
I
was
like
really
about
great.
it is the reverberation that you can actually feel in the
feel it.
air.
Yeah, Pixie usually loves it too. It's just
Yeah.
that first beat. She's like, "Whoop, what's happening?"
What's that
Yeah,
noise?
she looked like she was trying to lick it.
Which is like, what's going on?
It was
She
cute.
loves drumming.
Yeah.
She really does.
But that vibration is just something that's what I like about sound, is how the vibration of the sound actually you can feel through every part of your body.
Raising
yeah.
your
Literally.
vibration.
Literally raising your vibration and raising some of the other aspects of your life, even just your whole attitude.
Yeah.
So light language. I do light language in a weird way because
I do it too.
I've always done it. And so light language is something that sometimes it's sounds or nonsense that you're doing or humming or
Humming is a form of light language. That's
yeah.
how mine started.
yeah, that's mine. I hum a lot. People at work are like, did you know you're humming? I'm like, I hum unconsciously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it.
It's just part of who I am.
I tweet, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I needed that,
and
or somebody
so,
needed it.
You tweet though. You
Yeah.
do. You sound like a bird. You want to give us a little example?
You want to give us a little tweet?
You want to give us a little tweet? Do you want to tweet with us?
Yeah, and I'm not talking about X, but yeah,
Oh,
sure.
gosh.
Let me.
Let me
drop
quit laughing.
I know I'm smiling so much. I'm like, oh, I got to drop
Sorry,
in. Okay.
I made her laugh.
All good, all good.
And so, can you tell us?
What did you say? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's the thing about light language is it's not usually anything that you translate. It's an experience. It's meant for you to absorb it, to feel it, to soak it in.
Okay.
Similar to music because it is sound. So, and sometimes I'm not just tweeting. Sometimes my hands are moving and I'm doing symbols with my hands. In fact, I had a guy ask me one time, we were at a conference, I was recording and filming Aunt Patricia, who's activated me with light language. That's usually how it starts, is you're around somebody who's an activator. So you might start doing light language, by the way. I just got that. Nickelle. Because we already do it.
That's awesome.
We already do it. But this guy asked me, he goes, when she was up there speaking and she was transmitting, I saw you doing this thing with your hands and I was really trying to copy it and emulate it, but I couldn't. You were just going so fast. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just started doing that my hands just do that. Well, come to find out, I've drawn spirals and what I consider doodles and things like that my entire life, not knowing what they meant. Well, that's light language. When you think you're doodling, it's usually light language. Now, like Aunt Patricia on every one of her drums pretty much has runes or light language, sometimes both. So it just depends. But now I download codes for people. And it's usually be like, I'm getting a code in my head for you. May I give that as part of your reading?
Wow.
Kind of thing. So yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
And then it leaves it up to you for interpretation.
Yep.
That's the beauty of it.
Yep.
It's
I
like,
like
what
that.
does it mean to you?
Yeah.
And so that's really the beauty of it. It's up to you to figure out the meaning.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's kind of the things. Because like when I'm humming, it's really just me connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm coughing.
All good.
Still have the crud. But that's what, is part of it. I was going to ask you a question about what is your favorite form of sound to meditate to?
I would probably have to say shamanic drumming to do a journey, but I also really love frequencies I've been playing off of YouTube. So it really depends in that moment, like what my intention is. Like today, prime example is I felt celestial energy coming through. And when I say that, some people, they equate it to aliens. But I felt celestial energies coming through, and I'm like, oh, I need pen and paper. I'm about to channel. And by time I went to go grab the pen and paper, it was gone.
Oh.
So it was a lesson to me of you don't always need to record this down. We just needed you to be present kind of thing was the interpretation I got.
Okay.
So, and the same thing with light language is it's just a matter of just be present in that moment and just allow it to flow through you. Because light language started before you're born of... Aunt Patricia describes it. Everybody goes into the Tower of Babel. Everybody was speaking the same light language. Everybody goes in the Tower of Babel. They came out, and that's where languages came from. French, English, Spanish, Italian, those sort of things. That's where language started having divisions. So anyway, when babies coo and caw and gaga at each other, light language.
Yeah.
Dolphins and whales, their sonar, light language.
Yeah.
You know, when a dog is looking at you deeply, intensely with their eyes, they're giving you love and light language.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. That kind of whining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what's your favorite sound to meditate to?
I really like the Kriya Krishna. Have you heard that?
Like to chanting?
Yes. Satana. I haven't done it in a while, but there was one that actually Gabby Bernstein, I heard her recommend it on one of her books, and I listened to it and I was like, man, because it's also like syncing it with the mudras at the same time. And I thought that was so cool because I didn't know that that doing different mudras, which like touching your fingers together in different places for those who don't know, kind of like your pointer to your thumb and so on, but that it's, what is it, a different type part of your body, or that it's clearing. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's I learned some of that from my Hindu guru, but I have to tell on myself is I've forgotten most of it because I didn't keep it in a daily practice. I'm a quintessential Pisces, is I'll use it for as long as I feel like I need to use it, and then I'm on to something else that I feel like that is now benefiting me more. So unfortunately, I don't remember all the different movements, but you're right. It's like ring and pinky meant something. So ring finger and your thumb meant something versus each one. It did carry like each chakra or energy center in the body. One's like one's ham, one's I forget some of the other ones, but they also have something that goes with it, that goes with your fingers and your positions as well.
Which I thought was cool, that one picture that you had, remember, where I was like, hey, I actually have this statue.
Yeah.
Is a mooch, and it's a hand holding a little heart, but I know it's representative of that mudra.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until later, but she had shown me, or she had posted something, and I was like, hey, I have this exact statue. So that was funny.
So the problem with me is sometimes I turn on music, but then I start singing to it. So then I forget to meditate. So I'll let you know that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
If you're really trying to meditate, don't put on the 70s.
That's why I like frequencies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
frequencies
and so
are
it's
I'm
great.
the same way.
So if I was going to meditate, and when I'm meditating, if I'm not doing it just in sound or with water running, because water's another sound that I really love, it would be with the singing bowls. I just really, because it's almost like humming, and I guess that's where my vibrational surface is.
Well, and I love that they call those sound baths because I feel like I'm being bathed in the sound. Like it's so vibrant and beautiful and enveloping, you know, I just feel like a reset. So I used to go to them all the time when I lived in Denver. It was Shamanic sound bath. And so, and then me and some gal pals, spiritual gal pals, we started doing our own shamanic sound journey is what I was calling it, because it was a big part of, I had a gong goddess, then I had a bowl goddess, and then I would drum, and we just kept shifting it for people. And we usually had a pretty good group every month.
That's awesome.
So ladies, again, as the timekeeper, we have to wrap this bad boy up.
Yep.
So to do that, I'm going to let you say some closing remarks about sound, and I'm going to play that singing bowl. And you'll say one, and I'll say one. So let's get this going.
I'd say go to your favorite metaphysical store and go play with some sound instruments. Find something that you resonate with. And sometimes it's just little handbells or a chime, a drum, whatever it may be. Allow yourself to really feel it and absorb it, and get sound for yourself in your home.
You, Nickelle?
I just keep wanting to say, what comes from the heart reaches the heart.
I love that. What about you, Les?
So mine is find what makes your music inside your heart sing, because that's what's going to make you the happiest. So find your music and find some time to really relax and enjoy the music. This has been
The Mystic
Spilling the tea.
I'm Ashwani, Southern Fried Psychics.
I'm Leslie Hall, the Purple Rose Psychic.
And I'm Nickelle with Rising Digital.
And we are
Mystics
Mystics
spilling the tea.
See you on the next episode.